good morning everyone. Okay students, in the previous class we learned about if function, right? So what is the use of if function, students? What is the use of if function? So what is the use of logical functions? So if function is used to test the condition to evaluate true or false, right? But instead of boolean values true or false, if function is used to return the true value instead of true, and it is also used to return the false value instead of the value false, right? Come on students, what is the use of if function? Yes, if is used to evaluate true or false. For example, if you want to use multiple conditions at a time, then we use AND function or OR functions, right students? AND function or OR functions. Okay students, so what is the use of AND and OR functions? What is the use of AND and OR functions? Use of AND and OR functions. AND and OR functions. Now we are going to discuss nested if. So what is nesting? What is meant by nesting? So what is the use of AND and OR functions, students? Come on, respond. See, AND and OR functions are used to test multiple conditions. Why? Because logical functions are mainly used to check the condition whether it is true or false, and logical functions are also used to combine multiple conditions together. As AND and OR functions are used to combine multiple conditions together to evaluate either true or false, right students? Okay, next one is nested if. So nesting means combination of formulas. As nesting means combination of formulas, that is one formula is used inside another formula. So nested if means if one if is written inside another if, then that is called as nested if statements or nested if function. One if function is used inside another if instead of true or false. Okay, now I will show you how to use nested if function, that is nested if in Excel, right students? For example, if you want to print the grades, so grade means if the result is pass, then the grade should be either A or B, or else the grade should be F. F means fail, right? See, that means, see, one if is used inside another if function. Okay, so now I will show you how to use nested if in Excel, right students? For example, if you want to print grades, so first we need to find the average of all the subjects. As here we have three subjects, that is subject 1, subject 2 and subject 3. So first we need to calculate the average by using average function. Okay students, come on, tell me how to calculate the average in Excel. 1 second, I will zoom the screen. Come on students, how to find average in Excel. See, average function belongs to which category, students? So we have different types of categories of functions are available in Excel. So average function belongs to which category? Which category, students? Come on. Average function. See, we have different types of categories. So we discussed about mathematical and trigonometric functions, statistical functions, text functions and logical functions, right? Sum comes under mathematical and trig functions. Why? Because sum is used to perform mathematical calculation, that is sum function adds all the cell values. Okay, so what about average? Is average belongs to mathematical Is average belongs to mathematical category, students? See, average belongs to statistical category, right? Average function belongs to statistical category. Okay, now I will show you how to use average function. So just click on this cell. So go to AutoSum. So click on AutoSum drop down arrow. See, just click on average. So why? Because Excel includes some of the common functions on AutoSum tool like sum, average, count, max, min, right? So or else you can go to formulas tab and select average function under statistical functions category, or else you can click on FX on formula bar to open insert function dialog box. The shortcut key to open insert function dialog box is Shift plus F3, right students? Now click on average and select the range of cells. Here the G8 is already selected, but I want to calculate average of 3 subjects, that is subject 1, subject 2 and subject 3, right? Now I want to change my selection, that is subject 1 to subject 3, and then press enter. See here 74.33 is the result of first student, that is average of first student. Now copy the formula to the remaining cells to calculate the average of the remaining students. Clear? Just use the fill handle to copy the formula. Okay? So or else you can calculate the average for total cell. So that is, just enter G8. See, the total is available on column G, right students? So if you want to calculate the average for the total, enter G8. So but here it displays 223. Clear students? So I'll press Ctrl Z. Now I want to print the grades, that is A grade, B grade for the result pass or for the students, and F grade for failed students. Okay? So now I want to print grade, so I'll enter the column name or column header as grade. So if you want to print grades, that is A, B, C, D and F, then you need to test or you need to check multiple conditions, not at the same time. Why? Because AND and OR is mainly used to combine multiple conditions together, but here we need to check the conditions individually based on average marks. For example, here if the student got less than 65 or less than 50 marks, then or less than 35, right? Then the grade would be F. If the student secured less than 75, then the grade would be D. So like this we can print the grades by using average marks. So now, it is possible by using nested if. Nested if means, see, one if function is written inside another if. Now I will show you a small example, like here I will print A grade, B grade and F grade. Okay students. So now just enter the formula in formula bar, or else simply enter equal to sign. Then I will enter the formula, that is if So what is the active cell address, students? So what is the active cell address here? I8, right? So this is active cell address, that is I8. But the average contains, the average marks are available in column H. That means we need to test the condition with H8 cell, right? So now enter H8. So when you select that cell, see the cell reference is automatically included as argument inside the function. H8, if H8 less than 40, for example, if H8 less than 40, then the grade would be F, right? And okay, so just enter F instead of true. See, if the H8 value is less than 40, then the grade would be F, or else again we need to check the condition for another grades, that is again I am using if instead of false. So that means use one if function inside another if instead of true value or false value based on a requirement. Again here I will use if to check another condition. If again the same H8, okay, less than 65 or less than 75. Sorry, okay, less than 75, comma, and the grade would be B. So this is true. Otherwise, A. Just observe the formula, students. If H8 less than 40, okay, so it returns the result as F. This is true value, right? This is true value. So instead of F, again we use if function. Again it checks that if H8 value is less than 75, then the result would be B, or else the result would be A. That means if H8 greater than value contains greater than 75, then the result would be A. Right, students? Now just press enter key. So okay, observe the result, students. That is B grade. Okay, so I'll just copy the formula to the remaining cells, then we'll discuss about the result. See, first one is B, second A, and next one A grade, and next one B grade. Okay, and next one B, and next one B. For example, here I'll just change 67 to 50, or else 30. Then the result would be F. So why, students, what is the reason? So just observe the condition. Okay, so look at the condition. See, if H8 less than 40, see if H8 value is less than 40. See here, last cell contains the value 30, that is less than 40. Then if the condition is true, then it returns F as its result. As that's why it returns as F, right? So next one, if H8 value is less than 75, as here this cell contains 71, that is less than 75, then the result would be B. And when coming to the next cell, 67.33, which is less than 75, as see here each and every cell value checks with the check all the conditions using in the formula, that is used in the formula. So 67.33, yes, it is less than 75, now the grade would be B. Now When coming to the 89.66, yes, first, so this value, that is, next one is, see, this is H8 and this is H9, this is H10 and this is H11. Okay, so the relative reference automatically changes the cell references. So now the H11 value is compared with 40. So no, 89.6 is not less than 40, then this condition is false. Then it will directly jumps to the false value. Again, instead of false, we can check another condition. That means we can construct another condition using if. Again, H11 value, that is H10, 89.66 is compared with 75. Is it true? Again, 89.66 is not less than 75, that is greater than 75. That means this condition is false. If this condition is false, then it returns the false value, that is A. So the result would be A. And again 86, S, this condition is false, again it returns A. Next B, S, first the 74.33 value is compared with less than 40, no, this condition is false. Again, instead of false, again it checks with the less than 75 condition. S, 74.33 is less than 75, as this condition is true, then it returns the true value, that is B. So like this, we can check multiple conditions individually by using nested if function. Clear, students? Do you understand? Do you understand that example? Okay. Do you understand, students? Yes, see, Excel itself contains grid lines, so no need to open the tables. Just you can open your Excel window, okay? Lalita, what is your doubt? What is your doubt, Lalita? Clear, students? So like this we use nested formulas in Excel, okay? Very good. For example, if you want to print C grade and D grade, so can you tell me the formula by using nested if? Now I would like to print A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade and F grade. So can you tell me the formula by using nested if? Anyone in the class? So here I am using A grade, B grade and F grade. But now my question is it possible to print a C grade and D grades using nested if? So nested if means not only one if, we use multiple if functions inside another if function. Here I will just show you a small example, that is here only I use only one if function inside another if. We can use as many number of if functions based on a requirement. Is it possible to print C grade and D grade? Yes, it is possible. Can you tell me the formula to print B grade, that is C grade and D grade? So you need to install MS Office. Yes, now Kusma, very good. Okay, yes, it is possible. Can you send me the formula? See, I am asking about the formula. See, here we are applying some, that means here we have two conditions, that is, so one condition is, that is the value that is available in H8 is compared with 40 and 75, okay. Yes, students, yes, it is possible, but I need a formula using nested if. Just send your answer. Just send the formula in chat box, students, using nested if functions. Anyone in the class? Come on, students, please respond. So your assignment is just print A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade and F grade by using nested if functions. Okay. So for the table, right, students? Okay, students, with this we have done with the most important functions. See, we have different types of functions. So it is mathematical, statistical, text, logical, date and time, etc. For example, date and time functions are used to work with date and time. For example, here I will show you one function. So where is our table? Okay. So for example, use now function, now. So now function comes under date functions category. See, here arguments are not required for the now function. It doesn't require any argument, simply you can use now and function brackets. So enter equal to sign and use now function and press enter. What is the result, students? So now function is used to display the current time and date. Yes. So today's date is 17 and the current time is 11:31, right? As now function is used to display current time and date in any cell. And next one is, I will show you another function, that is today. Okay, press enter. So now the result is, so today is the function which comes under date and time functions category. So that is used to display the date, whereas now function is used to display both time and date at a time in the same cell. Right, students, clear? Let's put double quotes for grades, that is A, B, C, D and E and F. So why? Because in Excel the character or string must be enclosed within double quotes. So now, so with this we have done with most important functions which is available in Excel to perform various calculations, right, students? So what is the next one? Go to home tab. Okay. Again, the most important feature in Excel is sorting and filtering. Yes, here sort and filter is available in a single tool, sorting and filtering. What is meant by sorting, students? What is meant by sorting? See, when you click on the sort and filter drop down arrow, so this is one of the best feature in Excel. See, sort oldest to newest, sort newest to oldest, custom sort, filter, clear, reapply. So these options are available in sort and filter. Just click on empty cell. You can select any cell. So now the options are sort A to Z, that means based on the data. So it gives two options, that is sort A to Z and sort Z to A. So what is meant by sorting? Arranging the data in sequential order, that is either in ascending order or in descending order. A to Z means ascending order and Z to A means descending order, right, students? So if you want to sort the data in Excel, first you can go to home tab and then click on sort tool, sort drop down arrow, or else go to data tab. Yes. go to data tab and select the sort command or sort tool under sort and filter group. Again, sort and filter options, that means commands, are available under data tab. That's why these are called as data sort and data filter. So these are the best features. These are one of the most important features in Excel. Okay students, so now go to home tab. Now I want to sort the name of the student colon data. So if you want to sort the name of the student colon data, first you have to select the particular colon data that you want to sort. Here I will select the name of the student colon data, and then you can go to sort. Just click on sort drop down arrow. So by default it sort the data with ascending order. For example, if you want to sort the data from A to Z, so you'll get this dialog box, that is, it asks that, so can you expand this selection, or do you want to continue with the current selection? Okay, if you want to continue with the current selection, simply select on that particular option and click on sort. See students, so that is, the name of the student colon data is now sorted from A to Z, that is in ascending order, alphabetical order. See, first D, H, R, S and U, right? Again, I want to sort the same colon data from Z to A, that is in descending order. First select the colon data, and then you can go to sort and filter drop down arrow and click on sort Z to A. Just observe the screen students. Again see, so again it is now sorted from U to D. So that is descending order, just that is U, S, S or H, D. So like this we can sort the text data and number data. For example, here now I want to sort the subject 1 columns data. Select the particular column and then go to sort and filter. See, for text data it will provide sort A to Z and sort Z to A. See, for number data, see, it will provide sort smallest to largest and sort largest to smallest. So based on the data, it provides two options, that is from ascending order and descending order, smallest to largest, and then I click on sort. Okay, now the particular column data is sorted, right students, as 78, 89, 89, 89, 89 and 90. So if you want to sort it in descending order, again go to sort and filter drop down arrow, sort largest to smallest. Clear? And the next option is custom sort, as the first two options are first two options are used to sort the data either in ascending or in descending, right? So now if you want to customize your sorting, then simply click on custom sort. Then you will get this dialog box, that is sort dialog box. Okay, so sort dialog box contains various drop down list boxes, that is sort by subject 1, here subject 1 data is already selected, sort on values, see cell color, font color, cell icon. See, if you apply this font color, cell colors on a particular cell, simply we can sort based on the cell color, font color and cell icon. And then the last drop down list is select the order, that is largest to smallest, smallest to largest or custom list. Okay, so now I will show you how to apply sorting for cell colors. Now I want to apply colors. Okay, for example here, so I'll apply the highlight color with yellow, right, or green color, right, yellow. Okay, so now select the particular column or select the entire table, and then see if you want to sort the data which is available on colored cells, you can go to custom sort. So why? Because first two options are only used to arrange the data either in ascending or in descending, right? But here now I want to sort the data which is available in, that is yellow color. Okay, so go to custom sort. See here the values are 90, 89, 78, right students? Just observe the values, and then I'll click on sort. And now, so I want to sort the, see here sort by drop down list displays all the column headers, that is column headings, right? Roll number, name of the student, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, result, total, average, etc. See, it displays all the column headings available in your worksheet. So now select any one of the column that you want to sort. Here I want to sort subject 1 marks, sort on cell color. Okay, okay, on top or on bottom? Yes. So the data is sorted and those records are placed on top of the sheet. So if you select this option, or else if you select on bottom, so those records are arranged at bottom of the sheet, right, as bottom of the table. Here I will select on bottom and I will select cell color, click on OK. Just observe the result, students. Okay, so that means all the colored cells are sorted and placed at bottom of the table, right? And again you can go to custom sort. So again subject 1, cell color, and I'll select on top, click on OK. So like this we can customize our sorting based on cell colors, font colors. Okay students, that is about sorting. Sorting is used to arrange the data either in ascending or descending order, and based on the cell colors also the data is sorted by using custom sort option. We can customize our own sorting. Okay, clear students? Is it clear? Okay, see, I'll remove the colors. See, no fill. Okay, so now the next feature is filter. Do you know about filter, students? Filter. So filter in Excel is used to display the columns data according to specified criteria. See, for example, if your sheet contains a lot of content, then it can be difficult to find the information quickly, right? So filter can be used to view the particular records. So why? Because filter can be used to narrow the data in your worksheet. Filter allows you to view only the information you need. Simply filter is used to display relevant records or entries, and it hides the irrelevant entries temporarily. Okay, not permanently. Simply filter is used to hide the data. Okay students, So filter is one of the best feature in Excel. Filter is used to display the columns data according to the specified criteria. Now I will show you how to apply filters. Again the filter tool is available in data tab, right students? Or else the shortcut key, yes, there is a shortcut key to apply filters, that is Control Shift L. Control Shift L is the shortcut key to apply filters in your worksheet. Clear students? So now I will show you how to use filters. So how to apply the font color? Select the cells that you want to apply font color, and then you can go to Home tab and under font group. So this is the font color tool. Okay, so if you want to sort this data, go to sort, custom sort, and then click on sort. So now see again subject 1, see again I want to sort the subject 1 data. So now apply font color. Okay, that means select the font color, so that is right. Okay, on top, yes, I'll select on top. Clear? See the data which contains the red color cells, that means records, are placed at the top of the table. See, if you want to sort the data either in ascending or descending, you can directly apply sort A to Z now. But the custom sort is used to sort cell color values and font color values to place at the top of the table or bottom of the table for easy identification. So now if you want to apply sorting, you can directly select the first option or second option based on a requirement, that is sort smallest to. Clear? Clear students? Now filter. See, if you want to apply filters, first select your column header row. That means the cells which contains column headings. So select the entire row, or else you can select any one of the column heading on your table. Here I will select the entire row. Select the entire column header row, or you can select any one of the column heading. Okay, and then you can go to sort and filter, and then select filter. See here clear and reapply are not highlighted, right? So why? Because clear option is used to clear the filters and reapply is used to reapply the same filters. So if you apply the filter for the first time, so now again go to sort and filter. Okay, just observe students. See here the column headings contains drop down arrows, right? So see the drop down arrow is displayed in each and every column heading, right? Okay, so if you want to remove the filters, simply press shortcut key, or again you can go to the same tool and click on filter. Okay, so filter is mainly used to display the columns data according to the specified criteria. So it allows to view only the information you need. For example, here click on filter, or else you can press Ctrl Shift L. First select the header row and then press Ctrl Shift L. Okay. So now I want to filter the name of the students. Just click on the drop down arrow. Okay. Again, as filter provides sorting options, as we can sort the data by using filter also. So that's why sort and filter command is available in a single tool. So that is again sort A to Z, sort Z to A, sort by color. So like custom sort, we can sort the values by color, okay. And there are two types of filters, text filters and number filters. So now we are in name of the student column, so that contains text data, right. So just observe the filter box, students. Okay, see here all the names are checked here, that means all the names are selected. So if you want to select a particular names that you want to work with, simply uncheck the select all option, uncheck the select all option, and now I want to modify the marks. A few students like Ramya, Satya and Darvesh. Okay, so now I want to modify or I want to work with these records. Simply you can uncheck the select all option and then you can select the particular names and then click on OK. Observe the sheet, students. So what about the remaining records? Yes, filter only displays the relevant entries. So that means it hides the remaining records or the remaining rows temporarily, not permanently. So for example here I will select only 3 names, so that is why, so this sheet only displays the 3 records, right. So if you want to remove the filters, press Ctrl Shift L. So now all records are displayed in your sheet. So that means filter is only used to display the particular information and it hides the remaining data temporarily, not for permanently. Okay. So again if you want to apply the filters, press Ctrl Shift L. For example again I will select the names. Click on OK. Yes, we can apply multiple filters. So now I want to check the marks of these students who got above 80. Okay. Again I will select 89 and click on OK. See, only one record is available, then the result is fail. So like this we can hide the irrelevant entries. So that means if your worksheet contains a lot of content, then filter allows you to view the only information that you want to work with. So like this we can apply text filters and number filters, right students. Here I will remove Ctrl Shift L. Again I want to apply filter, Ctrl Shift L. For example here I will just click on subject 1 drop down arrow. So see here this column contains numerical values, right, that is number data. So just observe this option, students, number filters. As we can apply the filters based on the conditions, right. See, when you click on number filters arrow, it provides different options. Like conditional formatting, we can apply different types of equals, does not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than. For example here I will select less than. Then you will get this dialog box, that is, now we are in subject 1 column, that is less than. Now I want to display the records which, that is subject 1 column, which contains less than 90. Okay. For example, if you want to apply and does not equal, see here, and does not equal 70. So that means it displays the records, that is the subject 1 based on subject 1 columns data, that is less than 90 and does not equal to 70. So like this we can apply various types of filters. So based on the criteria it displays all the records. So where is subject 1, students? Okay, yes, it displays all the records. So that contains less than 90, as 78 less than 90 and it is does not equal to 70. As 89 less than 90, 89 less than 90, 89 less than 90 and 89 less than 90. So like this we can apply filters based on the criteria. Okay students, tomorrow we will discuss some more options in filters. Clear students? Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about the filters, that is number filters and text filters. Based on the criteria we can hide the data and we can work with the particular records that you want to modify, okay, or that you want to view the information. Clear students? Thank you everyone. We will meet in the next class and we will continue this topic in the next class. Okay students, thank you.